not coming to the floor, but they're being written. And there's 50, 60 of them or more. They're sitting up there. These aren't things that people are thinking about. They're not things that people are writing down and saying, oh, maybe. These are laws that have already been written from bill drafting, and they're sitting up in Albany in committee, just waiting to get put out of committee. SAFE Act 2, if we lose, is going to be devastating. It's going to make this SAFE Act look like a walk in the park, folks. The things that they're chomping at the bit, the liberals are chomping at the bit to get at your guns. And I've put together, and you probably got some in front of you. Those are just some of the bills. There's a lot of them up there. There's a lot of legalese. But when you get behind them, and I've talked to some of the sponsors of them, when you get behind them, you find out what they really are. Let's start out with one, SAFE Act 2, which will, and this, some of these, I can guarantee, some of these will be here, the first session in January, these will be coming down the pipe. 18 years old to own a gun, period. You get caught, you're under 18, you become a felon. Now, what does that mean? It means right now, what's the tradition of our entire country, of our history, is you take your children out and you teach them how to shoot. You teach them how to handle a gun at 12, 14 years old. But they're smart. 18. Why? Because they know the next generation will never own a gun. Safe storage. Again, another bill. Sounds great. Yes, we should all safely store our guns because, as they say in Albany, we don't want to harm the children. But what does it mean? It means you're at the range. You're doing some skeet shooting, trap, pistol shooting, and you have to immediately go home and safe store that weapon. If you stop at Tops to get milk for your kids, and a police officer asks you, and you have a weapon in your car, you are automatically cuffed and you're a felon, because you did not go directly home. Now, this law has been modified a number of times because the original law, and I talked to the sponsor because I was laughing in her face as one of the co-sponsors, no offense, but originally they wanted that if they knew anyone without safe storage, that the police could go into your home without a warrant. That's what they wanted. Insurance policies, whether it's for the dealers or for you as a gun owner. Insurance policies on dealers, one of the provisions is if someone uses that gun and someone gets hurt, not in a crime but in any other way, the dealer can be liable. Really? Why is the dealer liable? Again, but how about you? Policy. I've talked to a number of insurance agents about this. They have no idea, but they're saying minimum is probably going to be $250 for certain pistols, $250 for certain rifles, shotguns or so, maybe. And then depending on the weapon, it could be $500 or $1,000 per year. See where this is going now? Let's say you get an insurance policy. That gun is used in any kind of a crime. The insurance policy is null and void. Doesn't matter. So really, why do you have insurance on a gun? Well, again, it's another way for Albany anti-gun people to take your weapon. Not you, because maybe you'll keep a couple and you'll store a couple, but your children will never get to age to own a gun and then go out and say, you know, I'm going to buy this gun like a car, now I got to insure it every year. They're just not going to do it. Micro stamping. I guarantee this is one of the first ones that they're going to try and push. Now, some of these bills you'll say, well, geez, these aren't legal, these aren't, you're right. But they won't, doesn't matter. Albany government will push them anyway and make you spend your time, effort, and money to oppose these in court. Got to remember, they're the government. They have unlimited resources. They don't care if we have to go to court. Registering every gun, every year. Right now they want to register pistols every 2 years, but there's an act to do it every year. Every gun every year. Right now they're saying $10 a piece. You know Albany, that's going to be $25, that's going to be $100. Every year, every gun. And it's going to be cumbersome, and it'll be like a pistol permit process, so it could take you a couple months to register it this year. It's just, when you try to do the paperwork on that, is it all going to be on one day? Everyone's going to register 20 million arms or so on one day? Really? You got the people to handle that paperwork? Again, they never think this through. But that's because people in Albany never think.